Hello, my friends, and welcome to another devotional connection. Let's get into it. 66 books in the Bible. The Bible is a collection of books written by over 40 authors, 39 in the Old Testament, with over 300 prophecies that point towards the coming of Jesus Christ. In those 66 books, written by over 40 authors, God not only lays out different themes, different instructions, laws, your origin story, but he also lays out a very, very simple message of love. Throughout the whole Bible, he is conveying his message that he loves us. And all he's asking is for us to love him back. That love comes across different ways because there's not a one size fit all for every single person. I have 3 children, and I love each and every one of them equally but differently. They get the message of love differently. You can have twins raised in the same household, and yet they have 2 different perspectives on how they were raised. And yet, the message overall that reaches everyone is love. Why else would a God minimize himself, deny his might, become a human being, subject himself to his own creation, live as one of us, die brutally as one of us, just to save us from the choice that we made to end our own existence? It is a message of love. Love that he has conveyed to us from the very beginning, from before the beginning. Love that he had for us when we were still a thought in his head. Love for his children, not just his creation, but his children. And so when people come and ask questions, I'm doing a sermon right now on why we suffer. And when you understand the plight that happened, when you understand the totality of the story, when you look at God's love throughout, and then you add to the story God's actions and love in your own life, what he has done for you, the blessings that you have encountered, the joy, and yes, sometimes the suffering, but how you're still standing, still here, despite the suffering that you went through. All of those things bring us evidence of the promise that he has yet to fulfill. We have 66 books of him keeping his word, 66 books of him seeing things through. Even when they told him, if you don't stop doing this, you're going to suffer. And what happened? They suffered. But he never left them alone. He always had plans to bring them back. He always had plans to restore them, his people. He never took his eyes off of them, even as though they were fulfilling the consequences of their own choices. So when I read things like in Romans 8:18 rather, where it says that, where I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is going to be revealed to us. When I read 1 Corinthians 2:9, and it says, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, nor have entered into the heart of man, we haven't even thought of it, the things which God has prepared for those who love him. When I read those things, even though I don't have a reference point to what God is talking about, I don't know a life without worry. I don't know a life without pain, suffering. I don't know a life without having to deal with the issues of evil, the issues of a sinful heart, the issues of sinful people. I don't know a life where I can just relax. I don't have a reference point for what he's talking about, but I do have the knowledge. It's gone way past hope for me. It's the knowledge that he has fulfilled every other promise, up to and including the coming of his son, up to and including the death of the Prince of Princes and the King of Kings, up to and including the resurrection. And he has said, I'm going to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may be also. I may not have a reference point for that, but I have a knowledge that he has fulfilled every other promise, and he is going to fulfill this one. So yes, sometimes we may have to suffer through some things. And yes, I may not always understand. And yes, it is going to hurt sometimes, but there is also joy. There is also love. There is also strength. There is courage. There is happiness. And there is the knowledge that he's going to end this one day. And he's going to come for us. And he is going to take us back to be with him. And when those 1,000 years are up, he is going to come back here and he's going to end sin, hell, and the grave for the final time. He's going to throw the devil and destroy him. And then he's going to recreate a new heaven and a new earth. And he's going to live here with us forever. And as Revelation says, then there will be no more pain, no more sorrow, for the old ways have passed away. He will fulfill his word. Trust in his strength, not yours. Trust in his will, not yours. His way, not yours. And he will see us through and keep his promise. Talk to you again soon.